Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
7th Street Productions, 31 Days of Halloween.
Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to 7th Street! And welcome back to 7th Street Productions' 31 Days of Halloween, where we are counting down my favorite 31 horror films of all time. Why do you sound like Mojo Jojo? Anyway, and we're going all the way back to the 1940s for another Universal Monsters classic. Lon Chaney stars as the Wolfman. This movie is just a masterpiece, and it's one of the few of the classic Universal monster films that I think plays well even to a younger audience. Obviously, Lon Chaney stars as Lyle Talbot, who is bitten by Bela Lugosi, who is playing a character named Bella, who's actually a werewolf, and of course, Lon Chaney then proceeds to turn into the Wolfman every full moon and kill women in the swamp. When I was a teenager, this one was my favorite of the Universal monsters. I think that Lon Chaney Jr. is just that sort of actor. You know, he, a lot of people give James Dean a lot of credit for like the change in acting styles around that time to more of like a realistic, sensitive, softly spoken character. But Lon Chaney Jr. was doing that too. And I mean, if you don't believe me, go back and watch the original of Mice and Men. His Lenny character, I think, is actually a real kind of changing point in American, the method for American actors. I really do think that. And he brings that into the Wolfman, and it's funny. This movie, the more I think of it, is kind of almost like a movie about a guy with an existential crisis. It's kind of like Juno and shit like that. He's in love with the woman across the street, but his sexual desires create him into sort of this like raving animal. It's got really strange kind of like sexual undertones to the film. He's like spying on the girl across the street with a telescope, for God's sakes, in certain scenes. So, this is a must-watch. Gosh, I guess I can't really classify this as a must-watch. I think it's harder for some audiences to see, but it's highly recommended. If you're fans of Universal Horror, check it out.